Looks like a couple people are working their way over. I should be live, allegedly. Can anyone confirm? Hey, there we go. Okay, let me just make a quick community post. Also, hi, hello, it me. Okay, it says I'm live. That should be good enough, right? Like, it should pop up. I'm just gonna make a post. My mic is actually cranked up as loud as it goes, so you just do me a favor and up your volume. That's just this microphone. The gain is like really quiet on it, but I need to get like a, what's it called? I'm an audio guy. I should know this. I need to get a thing to a preamp. What do I say other than now live talking about season 1? Okay. Okay. Post it on the community tab. We'll see if anyone else shows up. But hi, hello. Good to see you. Let me get things in order. And while I do, while I get everything in order, I'd like to ask y'all, how am I doing as a reactor to this show? Be honest with me, completely honest, but just know that I can ban any one of y'all at any moment. Also, excuse me while I prep a beverage right over here. Ah, shucks, guys. In case anyone is wondering, tonight's beverage is, I like to, for special occasions, dig out special beers from the old Tallman Reserve. So tonight's special boy beer is Sisyphus Barley Wine from Real Ale. I love barley wines. This is a very, very special boy. Okay, so keep up the long intros. Let's get some music going in here too. Okay, this should be good. Also, I want to open this up as like an AMA also while I share my thoughts and do my tier list. If you have any Owl House related questions about like anything in specific or anything, yeah, throw those out there. And also start with episodes or characters. Let me know while I try to find. Are y'all sick of the Earthbound music? So I think it might just be easiest to just put on 4-side extended. I personally love the Earthbound soundtrack. Okay, we got the Metropolis of 4-side. That looks fine on my OBS. You got your 3 cups, Mulder. But cheers, everybody, to season 1. It's hard to compare and contrast Eda and Grunkle Stan because one is one of my favorite characters in any fiction ever, and the other has a voice I can kind of do a little. So there's that. Okay, so let's see. Did people say characters or episodes first? What do y'all want? Also, yes, thanks for the Moon Girl shoutouts. The one going up live this week, or now for you since you joined as a member, is available now, is my favorite episode of that show so far. It's incredible. I see 1 vote for characters. You think I'm Alex Hirsch in disguise? Why? Because in one breath, I can go from doing the Grunkle Stan voice to doing Hootie. There's a lot of Hootie in season 2, episode 1. By the way, all right, I'm seeing some characters here and there. I don't think I can do Seuss though. I really don't think I can do Seuss. And I don't want to try because it's just going to be embarrassing. Okay, a lot of people are saying characters. So let's do characters. And if you have any specific characters you want to see, oh, hey dudes, if you have any, my Seuss is terrible. But if you have any characters in specific you want me to grab, oh god, see, Bill has like the filter on his voice, so I would have to like do it in like a DAW and like apply filters and stuff to it. Okay, dude, so see, for Seuss, you just have to say something that he would say, which is just say any words and then the word dudes. All right, well, we can agree to disagree on the Seuss then if y'all say this is good. But yeah, I'm gonna start on the order here. If you have any specific characters you want to see me jump to, just let me know. I tried to spread out a couple interesting characters here and there, but I also kind of front-loaded it. I'm just gonna put some random characters throughout, but we are gonna start with the main ones. I see. Well, all right, Gus. Of the 3 main Hexolios that we have, I'm sorry to say, I know Gus is your favorite, but Gus is, of like the 3 main Hexolios, Willow, Gus, and Amity, Gus, I think, gets the short end of the stick for me. So Gus, he's still good. I like him a lot, but he's not at the same level as Amity. And all right, well, I guess I got 1 month of membership from you, and then see ya. Thanks. Gus, I think, is a B tier for me. I like him, but he hasn't, like, I don't know. There's been fewer like Gus-centric, like the only real Gus-centric episode we've had is like him in the Human Appreciation Society, which wasn't my favorite episode. And it was just kind of like, if that's like the one, like, I don't know. It's just, he's fine. I just want more. I want more Gus in season 2. Let's put it that way. I want more like big Gus moments. And I know it's harder because he's so much younger. He's like, what, 2 or 3 years younger than everybody else? 3 or 4 years younger. So it's harder to develop him more because he's like a kid compared to everybody. Yeah, that's Gus for me. I see someone said Willow. Now Willow is, where'd I put Willow? I threw her somewhere over here. Willow for me, Willow's gonna be tough to beat for me in the A tier. I know I've aired out how I feel about her on the episode 3 and onward. Willow is one of my favorite characters in the show. Probably my second favorite. Willow's great. She's awesome. And a friend of mine, I think I made a reference once to how like how chubby her cheeks are. She's like, when you make a Mii on the Wii, there's like one face setting where the cheeks are like out to here. And I always thought like, who would ever use that for their face? But that's Willow. That is Willow. And a friend of mine, I was talking about her squishable. I think it was the episode where Luz like goes, let me squeeze your face, and went whir on her. And my friend was like, yeah, Willow looks like she'd give really good hugs. And I was like, yeah, you're right, actually. So if we're doing a tier list based on who would give the best hugs, Willow would be an S tier. But for now, I'm going to put her like at the top of A. Let's talk about Luz. Luz is a great protagonist. She's very sweet. She's very kind. I don't like to compare between shows, but I feel like I have to compare her a little bit to Anne from Amphibia. Whereas Anne spent a lot of time like becoming a better person. Luz was kind of already there. Tiny Nose would give pretty bad hugs. Honestly, it would be funny. Like Ida would be like towards the top of my list for normal characters, but if it was a hugs tier list, she'd be all the way at the bottom. Her and Amity, I think, would give the worst hugs in the show. But yeah, so Luz is great. I like her a lot. I'm putting her under Willow, but she's definitely an A tier character. I guess we'll just rip this band-aid off right now. Ida's gonna be the only character on S because the S tier is the Ida tier, and I will hear no complaints about it. Ida is awesome. She, even from episode 1, I was like, Ida is she's perfect. She's phenomenal. I know there's been a lot of comparisons with her to Grunkle Stan. Warranted, yes, because of all the scams and everything, but just like Ida, there's so much more to her. She's complicated without being complicated. Like she's just a character with a complicated past, so to speak. Yeah, Ida's awesome. I love her. Protect her at all costs. I'm glad that she is around, even if she can't do magic in the traditional sense. Ida is never change. Protect her. I love Ida. Also, can we talk about all the fits she has? She has so many good fits throughout the series. Her in the suit in the Grom episode, her in like the carnival costume, her spoilers for season 2 episode 1, but the pirate outfit she puts on there, like, Well, if I do Hootie, do I have to do it in his voice the whole time? I don't think I can. I also don't want to potentially wake my child up. I see a Hootie. Hootie, I like Hootie. So I watch a lot of reactions as well. It's one of the reasons why I started making reactions in the first place, is because I really like to watch them. People are like 50-50 on Hootie. Some people are like, oh, get him off my screen. Other people are like, hell yeah, it's Hootie. Hoot hoot. I like Hootie. I think he's a really fun comic relief character. He exists to be a punching bag, but he's also very important because he is the Owl House. He's the titular character of the show. I'm gonna put him in a B tier under Gus, but I like Hootie. He makes me smile every time he's on screen. He's good people. He's funny. He makes me smile. It just means that Hootie and Gus are your favorite characters. It means you would go solely in the B tier. I'm sorry. That's how it goes. Principal Bump. I like him. I think he's gonna fall at a low B for me. Yeah, no, I like Hootie better than Bump. But I think Bump is great. I never got like super villainous vibes, even though the first episode he was in, he wanted to cut loose open. But it was for science. It was for science. No, anyone who would take the time to become a channel member of mine is not an F tier. But Bump is great. I like him a lot. It's just, hey, all of y'all's ratings are going to be like one step down for me, basically, because Ida is alone in the S tier. So hey, think of my A tier as like y'all's S tier, basically. But Bump, for me, he's a B tier. I like him. Yeah, he's great. Let's grab like a rando character, because I put on a couple. I'm gonna grab this character on here solely because I like her design a lot. I don't think she's had a single line, but she appears in the background of all the Hexside episodes. But I wanted to put her on here because I love just how wild her head shape is. And she's in the Oracle track, so I got to. Also, I was looking around on the wiki for pictures, and her Owl House wiki page lists her as Moon Girl, which I think is a nice tie-in to the other show I'm watching right now, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur. So both my shows got Moon Girls in them. So there's that. Also, if y'all want to fill this out, by the way, there's the template. If y'all want to fill this out as well. The twins. Okay, so the twins, I have stuff to talk about. Edric and Emera. Edric is going to be a B tier for me. Below Bump. Emera's going to be a C tier. And the reason, if y'all want to fill it out and just like post y'all's like afterwards, like I can rate y'all's ratings, I guess. But I gotta talk about them together. They're very similar in that one of their only personality traits is that they are Amity's siblings. But Edric has it going for him that he's just a goofball. Like he's kind of like just a dumb guy, whereas Emera is like this straight man to him, basically. Like she's always there, like trying to keep him in line, telling him to not eat bats and everything. And I mean, that's good contrast between the two, but it just makes Ed a lot more fun than she is. So I think for that alone, she has to go a tier lower than him. Okay, so let's pick a stinker of a character. I'm gonna pick this guy. I picked all three of the detention track kids, but honestly, this guy's an F. I had to look up his name. I literally Googled third detention track kid because I did not remember his name. He's the least memorable of all three of the detention track twins. But I put all the others on there, so I felt like I had to put him. Gerbo, I think his name is. And come on, he says J'accuse legitimately. That just sucks. So I'm sorry, Gerbo. You're a scapegoat to go to the F tier. You're not going to be the only character in the F tier, but you're in. I'm sorry, I have to do it to him. I have to do it to Gerbo. He deserves this. Yeah, if I can't remember his name and have to look him up based on what he is in the episode, yeah, no, F tier, easy. And while we're at it, where's Booger Boy? Booger Boy goes below Gerbo, so at least there's one character who's worse than Gerbo. I hate looking at Booger Boy. Sorry, but no, I hate Booger Boy. I don't know. I don't think that's a hot take. Booger Boy just sucks. I saw people saying, who were people saying just now? Tiny Nose. Tiny Nose I'm going to put in C tier, I think. Above Emera, I think. She's, once again, she's another just comic relief character. And I know she's Dana Terrace and everybody and everything, but she's been underutilized. Like, she really hasn't popped up since the book episode. Underutilized. Under Emera, I think I got more enjoyment out of Tiny Nose than I did Emera. So I think I'm gonna put I'm gonna keep Tiny Nose above Emera in the C tier. Tiny Nose made me laugh. Emera didn't make me laugh. Ed made me laugh. So yeah, so that's that. Tibbles, I see. Tibbles is interesting because for what he is, he's a great character, but both of the episodes he's in aren't the best, one of which being a lot of people's least favorite episode. But for what he is, he's good. He's a capitalist pig who just serves to screw everybody over. So I think just in terms of that alone, God, I can't put him in a B tier. He might go in the C tier. It's not his fault the episodes he's in are mid or not great. He's fine. Tibbles is fine. Y'all hating on Tibbles. Nah, I don't hate Tibbles that much. He's going in C tier. I know this is gonna piss y'all off, but he is going above Emera. I'm sorry. Cancel me if you want, but that's where he's going. Oh, y'all hate this. Y'all hate this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would try to do a Tibbles impression, but it's just very, very loud and sleeping kid. While we're at terrible characters, Basha also goes in F tier. She goes above Gerbo, but Basha just sucks. At least some of the other bratty characters. Nah. She's the only one who didn't. Oh, are y'all gonna hate this too? Tibbles has mean little boy energy a little bit. Yeah, Basha, she's the only one who never came around. Even the other preppy kids were like, Willow, that was really cool. Whereas Basha was just kind of I'm mad. And Willow could have just completely owned her and didn't. She wasn't even grateful that Willow basically spared her school life. Terrible. Basha, no, she's not good at all. Who else? Belos. So Belos has only been in 2 episodes, right? But the 2 episodes he was in made full use of him. Even episode 18, where he was only speaking in a single scene and didn't even do anything. He sat in a chair and ate a palisman and then stood on a balcony. We got a lot more of him in 19. Belos is, I think I gotta put him up here. I love his design. I love how scary he is. I love how powerful he is. Belos up there. I love every moment Belos is on screen. I'm nervous and I'm I get sucked in more every time Belos is on screen. I think that's just a great character for as little as we saw him in, as big of an impression as he made. Yeah, Belos is good. I like him. Yeah, keep in mind, my A tier is your S tier, so that's That's about right. Belos is good. I'm gonna do Chris just because Chris jokes kept popping up for me throughout the thing. He's an F tier. He's just an inferior Chris. What is there to say? Yeah, as a fellow Chris over here, nah, this guy sucks. Yes, I know he was only in one episode, but later they told us never forget Chris. So I'm not forgetting Chris. He's going on my tier list. He's an F tier. Who's next? He sat in a chair, stood up, and ate a palisman. Yeah, that's what he did. Can you guess my name? Chris. That did make me laugh really hard in that episode. Skara she also hasn't done much, but at least she's less annoying than Basha, so she's gonna go in the D tier, I think. Alone for now. Who else? Who we got? Interesting characters left. Let's get another like D-lister. Snaggleback, I'm sorry, he's got to go in the D tier. He's popped up a whole lot. I don't mind him as a recurring character, but he does nothing for me. The one joke that he was supposed to be the most ferocious demon and then just wasn't, like, yeah, that was funny at first, and then he just kept popping up. I'm sorry, he doesn't do a single thing for me. Any other episode he's in would be just as fine if he wasn't in it. And I can't put a character like that in C. C has to be at least have some redeeming qualities whatsoever. Tiny Nose made me smile. Tibbles made me feel something. Snaggleback doesn't. So Snaggleback goes into D. Bat Queen. Bat Queen is also hard because she's also only appeared in 2 episodes. But I love her design. I love her voice. I love a lot of things about her, and I can't wait to see more of her. I really hope we get a lot more of her in season 2, given the thing with Luce and everything, saying like, hey, I'll help you figure out your past if you want me to. Also, she still owes Ida a favor. I think I gotta put her right here between Bump and Ed. She's really good. I like her, and I want to see more of her. Braxis. I gotta do it. I love Braxis so much. I put him on here just because I want to talk about how much I love this little kid. 100% smile rate. Every time he's on screen, it makes me happy, and I love him so much. Braxis is awesome. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all agree. I'm so glad y'all agree with me on this. Braxis is so good. Like, just, what was the first time we saw him in the library episode where he was just like, thank you, Amity. I was like, new favorite character. Let's go. Okay, good. I'm forgiven for Tibbles because of the Braxis. Okay. Thank you. Let's get Barkus out of the way. He's my favorite of the detention kids. I think I gotta put him at a... He also made me smile just because of how ridiculous he is. He's a dog wearing glasses. I gotta put him right here above Moon Girl. Barkus made me happy. His name alone just makes me smile. I like him a lot. Okay, agreeable. See, we can agree on things. Bartholomew, though. Does he go below or above Booger Kid? I hate this guy. I think this guy sucks. No, he's an F tier. I'm sorry, I hate Bartholomew. Single episode, actually 2. He was the kid whose head like got really big in convention, right? I do not like this boy at all. He has no redeeming qualities. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't in good consciousness put Bartholomew. Hey, he beats Booger Boy. There's that. If we see more of him in season 2, this could change, but I also don't think that we will. I kind of hope we don't, actually. But yeah, that's him. Kikimora is interesting because I really like her design, but she's just a nothing character so far. I gotta put her at the bottom of C tier because at the very least she looks really interesting. But so far her personality traits are just, she serves the Emperor, and so it's just like Yeah, I like her design, but she's just a nothing character. See, everyone hates Kiki. I watch other reactions and people reference Kikimora in other show reactions as a character they hate and everything. And frankly, I don't see it yet. I'm assuming we're gonna see more of her in season 2. But as of right now, she's just like the middle of the road. Like, how many characters on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So she will be wherever number 14 is. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So she goes here because she's very middle of the road. Whoever goes up higher, I'll like adjust accordingly. But Kiki is like the baseline middle of the road character because she has like nothing going for her, but I also don't mind her. Yeah, she just exists. Perfect. Kiki derogatory. So we'll see how that changes. Let's get Viney done. She's somewhere between Barkus and she was fine in her episode. She had, you know, and I said in that episode that all the detention kids, aside from Barkus, like being a dog, all of the kids, Gerbo and Viney, were like so boringly designed. They're just kid, brown hair. I'm just kid with brown hair. And the fact that she hasn't shown up, I really wanted the detention kids to become like new Hexolios, basically. But we've only ever seen them in that one episode. They were all so boringly designed, but in that episode, she was kind of cool. She was well, a lot cooler than Gerbo, but that's not saying much. But I think she belongs right here. Lilith is also mixed because I'm gonna make another comparison to another show. She's the Sasha of this series, a character that was villainous and antagonistic, but is shaping up to become like a good ally with a redemption arc. That was Sasha in Amphibia, and Sasha became my favorite character of the whole show. Wow, y'all are still on the Gerbo stuff? I can tell Lilith is just like, she's like the most complicated character in the show. Hey, Sasha fans, let's go. Lilith is by far the most complicated character so far. I think she goes at the bottom of A tier for me, right under Braxis. She has room to grow. And I'm excited to see where she goes in this season. It's just the last 2 episodes did a lot for her. She, you know, kind of spent the whole first season getting beaten up for the most part. But she was really villainous in Agony of a Witch. She threw Luz off the bridge. Oh, human, that bubble was for your protection is like a great, menacing, villainous line, and I love it. Yeah. I just wish she didn't get clowned on so much in a bunch of the other episodes she was in, but yeah, that's Lilith for me. I have a feeling I'm gonna disappoint a lot of y'all, but King is my least favorite of the main characters. I think he's still a B tier. But where does he go? I think he's got to go right below Hootie for me. King can be really funny, but at the same time, some of his plots just don't really do anything for me. And I am sorry. But that's where King goes for me, man. You hated King in season 1? Okay, I have one defender here. King is fine. That's really all I can say. Okay, thank you. Thank y'all. I want more of this boy. I say at the end of the season 2 episode 1 video, but I just want more King. I want to know more about his past. I want to know if he actually has any kind of powers. I want to know more about King. And I just don't have any of that yet. So he's got to go below everybody else, basically. All the main characters, at least. Then finally, Amity. Now I feel like I got to choose my words wisely. So Amity's another complicated character because she was just foil. in season 1, basically, right? We had that arc. I honestly, like I said in the Grom episode, I thought her and Luz were gonna kiss in that one, which I thought that would have been too fast. I'm glad they didn't. I know they eventually do at some point. Don't tell me when. I still want it to be a surprise when it happens. But she's the character who's had the most growth, I think, over the course of the season, even more so than Luz, I would say. So Amity is good. I think I gotta put her at least above Lilith. And I think realistically, I gotta put her above Braxis too. All right, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Uh-oh. All right, I can't move Kikimora. This is fine. This is fine for Kikimora, I think. Yeah. Just need to make sure if I need to move anything else around. I think this is a good tier list. How we feel about this? We got Ida alone in the S tier. Willow, Belos, Luz, Amity, Braxis, Lilith in the A tier, and then everybody else. I think I'm happy with this. 8.1 out of 10. That's very specific. That's absurdly specific. Plot twist, they only kiss in our headcanons. Give me fake spoilers on my video. Luz and Amity kiss. Okay. We feel good about this? I do. Here it is, immortalized in stone. My season 1 characters tier list. So now the episodes. This will be fun. As with the other, just shout out like anything you want to see. This one will have an actual S tier, because there's no Ida sitting alone in S tier for this one. Ah, well, that's fine. Okay, so I think it's a safe assumption. We're gonna start off with 108, the body swap episode. Hey, if you want me to talk about a certain episode, I will pull it and do it right then. Other than that, I'm just gonna kind of pick and choose, but probably mostly go in order. But I gotta start. You know, it was one of the things I called in my bingo card. By the way, what do y'all think of the bingo card? I know a lot of people in the first episode have said like, ooh, that's such a good idea. No reactor's ever done this. I know that. It was just an idea I had, and I thought it was cool. I don't know exactly how much legs it has, but hey, at least everyone on that first video was like, ooh, I love this idea. And then it's kind of like, you know, only come up here and there. I'm planning on, for one, whenever Hazbin Hotel comes out, I'm making up a couple things for a bingo card for that one too. Episode 10, Escape of the Palisman. So this was Bat Queen. Let's see, it was the Grudgeby episode, right? Where they were supposed to go to the Grudgeby game, and then they ended up doing stuff for Bat Queen. And then, so the B plot in that one is going to bring that one down a little bit. King taking Ida to the park to try to like terrorize the kids. Hold on, I'm sorry. I gotta change it from Foreside. It's driving me nuts. We're gonna go to Tucson. Okay, this is better. I am so sick of Foreside. I'm never gonna put it in a video again. So this one, I think the B plot brings it down a little bit, but I really like the Bat Queen stuff. I love the potential of the lore and everything there. I'm gonna put it in the B tier for now. It's probably gonna be on the lower end of the B tier, but that's where I'm gonna stick it for now. C tier. Yeah, I mean, bottom of B is pretty much the top of C there, and I could move it down based on the other stuff. Episode 3, I Was a Teenage Abomination. Our intro to Hexside, meeting the Hexolios and Bump, and I think the B tier, or the B plot, was King and Ida having their little competition. I'm gonna stick it in A right now because I think it's an important episode, and looking back on it, like it's a very relevant episode, and I like it a lot, like introducing us to kind of how the magic works and some of the different types of magic that we see. Yes, I finally agree with you. That's that. So I'm gonna put that in A tier. I'm gonna grab 101. Honestly, I think 101 is a C tier episode. I hated the fact that the payoff was just Warden Wrath asking Ida to be his girlfriend. I kind of hated that a lot. And yeah, I know like an intro episode is just different because it has to be an intro episode, right? And see, and I don't know what I would have done to improve it, but I didn't like the Warden Wrath stuff. Like, he was cool and the fight was fun, but I didn't like that that was his big reasoning thing there. That kind of just really took me out of it. Yeah, Luz saying, I hate everything you're saying right now. I think when I win that, I said, me too, Luz. Me too. Episode 6. Hootie's moving hassle. Okay. Yeah, I kind of see that. Hootie's moving hassle? Where's it gonna go on the tier list? I'm sorry if that just destroyed everybody. My Hootie kind of turns into Mickey Mouse a little bit sometimes. See, I think I can just stop talking right there. It was a fine episode. I think I would put it under 101, actually. Yeah, Studio Ghibli reference. Howl's Moving Castle is one of the ones I've seen. Honestly, the Beefy Bob joke was the funniest thing in that episode to me. Also, the fact that I put up a short the other week of a pun I made in that episode. It's my favorite pun. One of my top, like, 2 favorite puns I've ever made in my life. When Basha was on the phone on the little Raven thing, and I said, like, I don't see any wires, so that must be a Corvidless phone. I'm so proud of that joke that it just came to me. And yeah, other than that, though, it's just kind of a mid episode. I think I like it better than most. Corvidless phone, derogatory. Okay. I am definitely a dad, yes. Episode 17. Wow, sports. So, like, sports montage episodes are some of my least favorite things in shows. The Lumity stuff was really cute, though. Where do I want to put it? I think I'm going to put it in... What are y'all saying? The worst thing about the pun is that it made you laugh so hard when you heard it for the first time. I will take that. Oh, Hootie was a failed Mickey imitation. Interesting. They're very similar. I think it's, for me, it might be a high C. We can move these around a little bit, but that's where it's going to sit with me. Aside from some of the shippy moments and stuff, the Lumity stuff, like I think I said, like some of the character stuff in that episode didn't land for me. How Amity was just instantly she was always so cool, calm, and collected, and now she like can't even get a sentence out, as well as Willow going from like down here on the popularity scale to like all the way here on the popularity scale, like suddenly, and just kind of excused away as like, oh, I guess I've been more confident after Grom. That was a little weak for me. Yeah, but you also get like the development from Grom though, so that's kind of hard. You would have to do a lot of the episode different. WoW Sports I think is gonna go like right here for now. We'll see. I'm gonna grab 102 real quick. 101 is gonna be somewhere right around 102, I think. I have to determine if I think it's better or worse. I think I'm gonna put it right under, because it was fine. It was fine. That's all I really have to say about it. What do y'all think of this one? You agree with C? What do we got? I think I saw one other one. Episode 4, somebody said The Intruder. So, episode 2 is a high D. Okay. The Intruder is... It's grown on me since I watched it. I think at the time when I watched it, I said it was like one of my least favorite ones to date, just because I got really hung up on the fact that like the whole thing happened because Luz took the elixir. Had she not taken the elixir, the whole thing would have, had she just not messed around with stuff she didn't understand, the whole thing would have not happened basically. But all the horror stuff, the curse reveal, all that kind of stuff is really good. And since I've seen it, that episode has grown on me a whole heck of a lot. I think I gotta put it here above Teenage Abomination. Yeah, it's grown on me. It's really good. Good stuff. I still wish Luz wouldn't have messed with the elixir, but yeah, it's a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Really Small Problems. This might be a hot take, but it's not an F tier episode. Really Small Problems is not an F tier episode. It was fine. Honestly though, I think it's just because I like the carnival aesthetic. I don't know why, but I just really like the carnival aesthetic. I'll do 12 after this. Ida's carnival getup was really cute. I don't know. I just like carnival stuff. I don't even go to the rodeo, like I said. Yeah, Ida's outfit. It was good. Yeah, it was fine. It was one of those ones like everything went exactly as how you like think of it as going. And yeah, and then you go home. And then you click like on my video and leave a comment saying,
"Wow, that was a really good reaction, Tolman."
Because that's how you all sound. I'm sorry. 12 people are asking for Adventures in the Elements. It's going up to the A tier. This was a really good episode. Yeah. Adventures in the Elements was really fun. We got twin stuff. We got the glow up of the twins after episode 7. Yeah, that's exactly how you sound. Perfect. Yeah, it was super good. Luz learning the ice spell is one of my favorite scenes in season 1. It was fantastic. Just her like sitting down, centering herself and noticing that the magic was all around her. It was good. It was a good episode. That was a great scene. And it was really funny too. Like right after that, I'm thinking back to when they were trapped in the cave and she was like, "Death is here." Just kidding. Luz is here. Really, really good stuff. And then Ida saying like, "Well, at least I got to see her misplaced optimism one last time." Yeah, great episode. Loved it. And then just the fact that Luz just like yeets her and Ida like off into the distance and they're just like two character PNGs just like flying through the air. It's perfect. I love it. 15, I see. What was 15? Understanding Willow. The first time the show almost made me cry. It's S tier. This episode was perfection. So emotional. Great action, great character stuff. The tease of Amity's parents like left me speechless in the moment where I was just like, oh shit. B for you, that's fine, but for me this is an easy S tier, like a top 3 episode for the season. Easy. Ida's bell dance slayed me because they were trying to ring the bell and Ida was just like, "Hey, look at me." Destroyed me when I heard it. And then even the fact when King was banging on the thing, Amity was ringing the bell with the exact same tempo. It like matched up perfectly. And I love little details like that. It's perfect. And then what was it at the end? I can't say we're friends now, but it's a start. Like perfect writing. I also love in shows when like a situation gets resolved and it's not just like, oh, we're back to being friends and everything. It's like, we'll work on it. And that's all you can ask for. Easy S tier for me. I see episode 9. Something ventured, someone framed. Y'all know what I said about Matholamule. This was one of my least favorite episodes. I know it's like the only Mulder, I'm sorry. I know this is one of the only Gus-centric episodes. I don't think I can put it below Really Small Problems. I'm sorry it's going down here. Matholamule sucks, and the fact that he exists in this episode like is enough to bring it down for me. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Because the young Ida at the end, well, we had other episodes with young Ida, so That I did like those though, the little reports of the incident reports. Episode 7, Lost in Language. This is gonna be Lost in Language. This one, is it an S or an A? This was a really good episode. I'm tempted to put it in the S tier, right under Understanding Willow. Please, more of y'all can choose. Lost in Language was great. I love, like, that was the first time we really got like Luz and Amity together doing stuff. I loved all the Odoman stuff. Absolutely loved it. I love that tied into Ida reading the book. I wish they would have done something slightly different with it. If they would have had it to where like them changing Odoman in the Book of the Library would have changed it with Ida as well somehow. Like if all copies of the book changed, that would have been awesome. But they didn't do that, but it's fine. The horror action stuff was incredible. Like the evil Odoman is one of my favorite designs of any monster in the show. The Luz and Amity stuff was great. We got to meet the twins. I loved Lost in Language. It was one of my favorites. I got to put in some, I think it was the first time I put in like the outro of the show starting like in the middle of the episode when the star goes by and Ed goes, huh, nothing happened. I just cut right to the credits. Yeah, the 2D stuff was horrifying. I loved it. This was a phenomenal episode. Absolutely great. What else do we got? Kato, you're the chosen one. Kato Higashikata. What do you got? Episode 5. Convention. God, you're picking all the S tier ones like back to back. Convention is one of my favorites. Everything, I think I mentioned in one of the finale episodes, everything ties back to Convention. Incredible action. The first time we see the fluid animation. God, Convention's great. Another more like Luz and Amity stuff. Introduction to Lilith. Tease of Kikimora, even though she became like a nothing character by the end of the season. Yeah, awesome episode. Absolutely loved it. We'll see where it goes. We might move a couple of these all around. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, 11. I was actually gonna pick that one next. This, I do agree with Mulder on this one. This is a stinky episode. This I can't put it below the body swap one, but it is one of my least favorite episodes. Though I still think of the moment where Luz says like, wow, books, we don't know anything about those, and then just like front flips out of the frame is really, really funny. But other than that, the episode is just kind of mid. I didn't like the villain. I didn't like the situations. I didn't like how this is a fantasy series where there's magic and witches and stuff in an alternate dimension. And I got hung up on the fact how unrealistic it was that all of that happened in a day. Who can write a book, get it published, have a frothing fan base in a day? Yeah, no, I didn't like it. Oh, woe to us whose fates are sealed. Do I need to move this up a tier? That was, if any of y'all watch Moscow, Wee Scottish Lass, she had a moment where when Ida like steps up on the thing and says, okay, spare us, like she had like a freak out moment, and I get it. But yeah, not a good episode overall. Sorry. Let's see. Wow, we got some interesting stuff left. The first day, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one. This one was really good, but I need to figure out if it goes above or below Adventures in the Elements. See, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to think what actually happened. Okay, this is the Detention Kids one. This goes under Adventures in the Elements. No, this goes under The Intruder, to be honest. B tier? I think this episode is great. Yeah, I think this is a better like intro to Hexside than Teenage Abomination. Yeah, I hated Gerbo, but he was so minor in the episode that I really liked the like the monster like eating the magic. That was horrifying. I loved that. I loved how it was one of the first times Luce like really rallied everybody together to like solve a thing, and like she did great. It was a really good standout Luce episode, I think, for the first day. Yeah, really solid one. Grom. So how do I feel about Grom? I know it's like the most popular episode in the whole show, but it's not going to top my list. I don't know if it's going to make S tier. If it does, it's at the very bottom of S tier. I think it goes at the top of A tier for me, and I'm sorry to some of y'all. I think it was overhyped. I think everyone told me, Grom episode, just wait for it. I will say it's my favorite reaction that I recorded for the series so far, dressing up in the full suit for it. I loved that, and I loved like the editing stuff I did where I like, you know, did the spell circle and like said I'm doing illusion right now and did the cut right there. That was like one of my favorite things I've ever done in a video, and I'm so glad that like it hit, and that a lot of people in the comments were like, yo, like one person left a comment saying like, this got recommended to me and I just clicked on it, and honestly your transition to the suit made me subscribe. So like, it's, for me, it's, if I pull up like my YouTube analytics page, you can see where like my subscriber count goes like, you know, up by this much, and then all of a sudden I do Grom and it goes up and it stays up. Yeah, Grom was like a huge episode for me. As far as the channel goes, as far as the episode itself, it was really good, but I think a little overhyped. It's a little behind the scenes on how I feel and how it did, about the video itself. If I were to make like at the end of the year, if I was to make like a list of my favorite videos I made of the past year, Grom would definitely be on that list, just because of the whole dressing up thing and all the kind of the skit that went into it. Super happy about that. What else? 18. So I guess we're just gonna go in order for the last ones. I'm not even gonna try to like mess around. Agony of a Witch was the best episode of the Owl House so far. Yeah, there's just nothing you can even say about it. It's far and away the best episode of the show. Blown away by the action. I didn't cry during the episode. I came very close. I had tears in my eyes that I had to like wipe away, because like it was hitting so hard when Ida was saying like, I'm going away and I might not come back. It like, it almost got me. Like, whew. Phenomenal episode. Great action, great everything. Nothing else to say. Young Blood, Old Souls. Yeah, I think I might have teared up again during editing during that one. Young Blood, Old Souls. Does it go in the S tier? Does it go in the A tier? I think I liked Grom better, so I think at default it has to go here. It's hard to say because I loved... Yeah, why were you so easy to curse? Like that line hit so hard. Like just one of those like, oh shit moments. Watch over King, remember to feed Hootie, and lose. Thank you for being in my life. I think I gotta put Young Blood, Old Souls here. Belos really carried this episode. Yeah, lose saving Ida. We all knew that was gonna happen. I am better than... God, just every line in Agony of a Witch. I'm trying to place Young Blood, Old Souls, and everyone is just quoting Agony of a Witch and making me want to quote Agony of a Witch. But yeah, I think that's where Young Blood, Old Souls goes. Great episode. Belos really carried it. interesting setup for season 2. Him having the destroyed portal that he's trying to rebuild, Ida no longer being able to do natural magic. Like I said, it was one of those where I like pretty much called all the major stuff that happened, but it didn't diminish how good the episode was. So that's kind of how I feel. And then looking here, I think we can just move WoW Sports up a tier because B tier was looking kind of lonely. But I think I'm happy with this. Overall, I guess just starting to go into my final thoughts because I don't have anything else planned. If any of y'all have any like questions for me about the Owl House or anything in general, hit me with them now because I'm about to start wrapping up, I think. But yeah, this show is phenomenal. It's done wonders for my channel, but even if it wasn't doing wonders for my channel, I'd still be having a great time with it. I love this show. It's very, very good. Just keep chatting. Y'all can just listen to me speak for forever. Oh no, did my extended Tucson music ended? All right, let's find some Kirby music then. I'm just gonna pull up the whole OST for Kirby's Dream Land 3 because it's one of my favorite game soundtracks of all time. Oh, no, there's the full OST in a single video. There we go. Okay. If I was to invent a new character, what would they be like? Well, his name would also be Chris, but not like the other Chris that we got earlier. And he would be dual classed in Oracle and Illusion Magic. And he would have brown hair and a beard. And he would like making YouTube content. And he would be best friends with Willow and Luz and Ida. And would hang out at the Owl House all the time and just like hang out with Ida, you know? That would be my invented OC Do Not Steal character. Anyway, that's my tier list. I'm going to switch over to main camera right now. So good list, bad list. It's a good list because it's my list. Okay, what else we got? What characters am I most excited to see more of? Bat Queen and King and Amity. Those are the three I want to see the most development for in season 2. I want more lore stuff with Bat Queen. I want background on King. And I just want more Amity development, man. Live on stream jam. I do dabble in a little bard magic too. I could go grab my bass, or my guitar or anything. What would my palisman be? An armadillo, definitely. Hold on, I gotta pimp the emotes again. It's gotta be an armadillo. Easy choice for the armadillo, and it could curl into a little ball at the end of the staff, and it could be just like, I could have the staff and it could have like the ball at the end, and they're like, that's not even a palisman. It's like, oh yes, and then it like uncurls and it's like, meh. I don't think it would make that noise, but his name would be Emerson the armadillo. My actual OC character, Do Not Steal. Armadillo superiority, yes. Not bad Chris from the Owl House, but good Chris, yes. But yeah, armadillo palisman for sure. It would be very, very cute. I high key remind you of your dad. I'm sorry and or thank you, depending on how you feel about your dad. You want to hear the bass? There's way back on my channel, there's a couple videos of me playing music with my blues band. At some point, whenever I get back with them, I'm planning on bringing a little setup and streaming, probably over on Twitch, live music stuff over there. So at some point that'll happen. I haven't seen them in a very long time, but I've been meaning to get over there. I really only play music these days if I'm hanging out with them. But other than that, I'm going to cut this off right at around 1 hour. So we got about 2.5 minutes. Plus I got to get ready for work in the morning. But y'all have made this like super, super fun. This my first ever YouTube live stream. yeah, I've had a really good time hanging out, chatting about Owl House with y'all. Oh, by the way, I'm going to make a community post about this, but let me know what episodes in season 2 would be good for premieres. I kind of had, 2 episodes ready to go for premieres in season 1. Let me know what the big boy episodes are for season 2. Don't give any spoilers, just give episode numbers, especially in like the first half of the season, since I'm starting to get the ball rolling on that. Yeah, let me know what would be good for premieres, what y'all would want to see. Also, obviously this time works good for y'all. So I was going to ask like what other time would work, but no other times really work well for me. This is like it for me. 8 and 16. Okay. I will, I'm going to ask, I probably don't want to make a poll because I can do like multiple premieres. I know eventually we're going to get to a point where the whole rest of this series is going to be premieres, right? Like all of season 3 is going to be premieres. Probably the last like 4 episodes of season 2 are going to be premieres. Who knows? But leading up to that, I'd like a couple suggestions for what y'all would like for premieres. 18, 17. Oh my God, I'm seeing all the numbers. So basically every episode should be a premiere, huh? 7 and 15. Okay. I'm gonna have to, God, season 2 better be as goated as y'all say. First episode was pretty good. Yeah, I haven't watched past episode 1 yet. Real excited. All right, so somebody asked, what was it, theories for season 2, or what do I want to see? Not necessarily a theory, but I want to see some bard magic. It's the one magic type we haven't seen in season 1. I really want to see how bard magic works because I don't know how it works. And given the fact that music is a big part of my life, I really want to know how that music magic works. Season 2 after episode 15 is all premieres. Noted. As far as other theories, by the way, I pinned a comment in the... hang on a second. Let me pull this back up. I pinned a comment on... Oh my God, I have a lot of comments. Bard magic for 7. Okay, well, we'll see. What was I going to say? What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. What was I saying right before this? Bard magic. This is the stuff that I edit out whenever I do the editing. All of my terrible, oh yeah, I asked for fake comment spoilers for why Belos wants to go to the human world. I think the example I gave is he really wants to try In-N-Out Burger, and he wants to try their animal style fries so he can copy it for his own burger chain to make demon style fries. But I'm just really curious, like theories or predictions for season 2. The Day of Unity, I think I said in the video, I think he wants to try to unify his dimension and the human world somehow. Why, I don't know, or I think he wants to get something from the human world. Belos just wants to go to Texas and see some armadillos, yes. Yeah, he's teaming up with Tibbles on a fast food chain. Yeah, he's jonesing for some Dr. Pepper. You know, people go nuts for Dr. Pepper around here. He will cook Tibbles. God. That's the demon style right there. Because it contains actual demon. But I think my biggest thing is the Day of Unity. I think he wants to join both realms together. And that's my biggest hot take for the season. Other than that, like, there's a lot of characters whose names I've seen, like, just around. You can't avoid, like, YouTube thumbnails and everything, but there's just characters whose names you just can't help but see. So I'm excited to see some new potatoes, kind of. A couple characters whose names I recognize but don't know who they are yet are, I think, Hunter and Rain are some very well liked characters. So I'm excited to see these new characters who I have no idea who they are. And where'd the Kirby music go? Oh, I guess that one ended. You called who I would say. Your favorite character still hasn't shown up. I can't wait. Day of Unity is just bringing some armadillos over. Hey, they banished giraffes to Earth. They bring armadillos here. Oh, that's another thing. There's got to be some other way to get to the human world. If they banished giraffes long ago, I know that was probably just a throwaway joke, but it got said, so it's canon. There's got to be some way to get back to the human realm as well. So I think that maybe not necessarily through Belos only is going to happen. But I think that, oh, also some guy named the Collector, who I don't know who that is. I've seen that name thrown around a whole lot. I think they might be a big bad villain kind of thing, but I don't know anything about them. I want giraffes and armadillos. Let's see, what did I miss? Yeah, okay. So yeah, so that's kind of all my like hot takes going into season 2. I can't wait to hop into the season and share it with y'all. Like I said, this series has been incredible for my channel. So just thank you to all y'all, like all y'all who are here in the live stream right now, all y'all who are probably going to watch this VOD later. Yeah, just thank all y'all. This series has been really, really awesome for my channel. And, yeah, I'm just grateful every time I upload a video and people comment and the likes go up and the views go up and everything. Like, it just like blows my mind that people take the time to just watch the videos I make. And it just, it's humbling actually. Like just that, wow, something I made, people are like taking the time out of their day to watch. People are paying money to become channel members for, 1 week early access to all reaction content as well as armadillo emotes. Yeah, just thank y'all. I appreciate y'all a lot, like all y'all, and it just makes me happy. It's like it's the dream of a content creator that people like genuinely like your stuff and want to hang out and all that kind of stuff. And it's just yeah, I can't say thank you enough. There's a reason why my weekly posts of what's going up, even though y'all know there's going to be another Owl House, there's going to be another Moon Girl video, like, oh, new Hell of a Boss happened, okay, he's probably going to watch that as well. Like, y'all know what's coming then week after week, but I still make these posts anyway, and I always end it with like a just thank you so much for watching, because it blows my mind still. And you know, we can get a little sentimental here at the end. We're past the 1 hour mark. It's very late. I still have a little brew left, but yeah, you know, armadillo emotes are great. I got at least one more coming that I've commissioned, and yeah, so hopefully if we unlock more slots there'll be more armadillos. Bard and armadillo covens and bad, well, hey, we're all in the bad girl coven. I think that's the best coven of all. I think we're all just honorary members at this point. Yeah, I think that's about all I gotta say. I think I've spilled my guts enough. If you're watching the VOD, let me know what you think of the, let me know what you think of the, I don't know why I turned like super Southern right there when I said that, but, let me know what you thought of my tier lists, and, hey, you know what? Just cheers, everybody. See y'all in season 2. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. I appreciate y'all so much. All right, and until next time, I guess just whenever I post the official community post for what's you know, what episodes should be premieres, just let me know in there, and I'll kind of base what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna do more than 2 for season 2 because it seems like there's a lot more that warrant premieres, but we'll see. But anyway, thank y'all again for hanging out. Have a good rest of your evening, whatever time it is for you in the world.